everyone, welcome back to Legacy. My name is Leonardo Caprelli. I'm the Academy Director here at the Football Domain Academy. Now, if this is the first time you're watching our podcast or you've come across us for the first time, I want to welcome you to Legacy and talk to you briefly about what it is Legacy is and why we do what we do. So the Football Domain Academy believe in changing the way football is taught to kids, and we also believe that football should be used as a tool to grow self-confidence. Now, what these videos were intended for at the start were for our players and our families. But what we decided as an academy is that if we were going to have more impact on families, on players, on kids, that we should open these videos up to more people. So that's why if you're watching us and you're on Facebook or you're on YouTube, you're on Twitter, you will have access to these videos via all these platforms. Now, if you like anything you watch today or in previous episodes, you can subscribe to the channel, or you can leave us some questions in the comment section, and we are always happy to answer them in a upcoming episode. Or if you leave us your email as well, we can contact you and have a quick talk about what it is you need help on. So today's show is something that I believe in the environment we live today isn't encouraged enough. And today we're going to be focusing on why you should, as a player, focus on the good moments, on your good moments in training and in matches. Now, we live in an environment where we are bombarded by negativity every single day. And what happens is we become programmed to always focus on the things we didn't do or the things we can't do. But today, it's completely different. Today, I want you guys to think about and focus on the good things that you are doing in your training session and in your matches. Now, why does focusing on your good moments in a game help you? The number one thing it helps you with your self-confidence. And that's everything what we're about at our academy. We're all about building self-confidence, making players' personality better, and everything we do, everything we teach, how we teach is all designed to build this number one word, confidence. Confidence on the pitch, confidence off the pitch, confidence at school, in the classroom. And a couple of things I'm going to talk to you about today can be implemented not solely in your training sessions, but also out in the real world when you're going to school, when you're going to, I don't know, if you're at work, etc. So, good moments. Now, we all know, and if you think about it, when you've done something good, especially on a training pitch or in a match, say for example, you scored a goal, what's that feeling? That feeling is great. That feeling is, I'm happy with myself. And what it is, it's your confidence has grown because you've accomplished something. Now, what tends to happen in the real world is that good moment that you've just had, so you've scored a goal, you're excited, sometimes gets covered up with maybe a mistake you made a few minutes later. Now today, I want you guys to think about only the good moments. And I'm going to give you a couple of ways you can help to keep those good moments fresh so that you can take them into your next training session or your next match. So number one thing is, when you go on the pitch, you have a training session, you either played a match, first thing you want to do is you want to analyze. Okay? You want to analyze what it is you've done well. And what I always encourage my players to do is think of three things. I always like to work in threes. So three things. Now, always focus on three things that you've done well. So your good moments. So it could be maybe you had a shot on goal with your weaker foot. Maybe your passing improved. You completed a certain number of passes. That's all good things you've done in the game. So, but what you want to do is after the session or after the match, you want to get home and you want to analyze. Sit down with a piece of paper and pen and write down three things you done well. Okay? Now, second thing you want to do is, once you've identified the things that you've done well in the game, that generally means that they are your strengths. If you're doing something well, it usually means that you're good at doing it. Second thing you want to do is you want to train on them. Train on own. So once you've identified the three things that you've done well, now implement them into your own training session. So take for example, if you've noticed that your shooting has become a strength of yours, okay, take that into your own training session. And if you're training in your garden, if you're training in the park, okay, work on those three things, or work on that one thing you think you've done well. That is going to help you become more confident, and when you get into a match or game, you're going to be doing it naturally. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Now, the third thing is, so you've analysed your first game or your first training session. You've got home, you've written down three things you've done well. Now, you started training by yourself, focusing on your good moments in your training session or in your match. And now what you're going to do is those three things you're only going to focus on in your next training session. So focus on strengths or good moments. Strengths, good moments, both, either works. So three very basic steps. Training session, match, get home, analyze, write down 3 points that you done well. Don't write the things you didn't do well. Always focus on the positives. Then work on those things, because if you've done them well in a game or training session, means that they're working for you. It's a positive, and you can then grow and get better at them. Then the third point is just focus on them at the next training session or at the next match. There's no point going into something and only focusing on the things you didn't do. Okay? Focus on your strengths, on the good things you've done, so then those things can then get bigger, better and stronger. Now, I remember my coaches always told me, focus on your weaknesses, focus on your areas of improvement. And to a certain extent, yeah, it's important because you want to improve it. But if you have something good, and if you have something that's a strength, then why not just make sure you're getting that better and stronger every single day? Because that's your weapon. That's your weapon. Your area of improvement will come as a result of another area getting stronger. It's like a muscle. When you work a muscle consistently, the supporting muscle will get better as well. And football is exactly the same. When you work on an area that's a strength, then the other area, which may be not so much a strength, will get stronger and better. So, if this has been of value to you, the biggest thing I want you to take away is always focus on the good moments. And obviously this is a football show, but you can take this into your school studies, into your work, anything. Analyze the things that went well in the day, in your work, in your training session, etc. Then look to get better at them. And then the next training session, the next working session, or whatever it is, okay, focus on those strengths and getting them better. Because the stronger they become, the more stronger other areas of your game will become. Alright, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Like always, leave us a comment if you have a question. Leave us a like if you enjoyed it. And please subscribe to our channel so that you can get all the updates of future episodes. See you in the next episode. Take care.